Welcome, travelers, to another episode of Fandom Station. I'm your host, Maverick, and this is my co-host, Evil Dates.
Hello.
Hey, how's the week been?
It's been a week. That's really as best I can say it.
This new season has started. How much stuff have you haven't started watching since then?
I've watched three shows. Slime, I've watched Remastered, and I've watched Kaiju number 8, which came out today.
Right. You said you've been liking Remaster, right?
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
good show.
Would you say is I read a little bit of manga. It starts light novel, but would you say it's probably something that I should get into too? Like you think it's pretty?
I
You
don't
think that's good?
know.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I watch anime that would that I've read the manga too. It just depends on how good the animation is and music and all other stuff.
If it's just that, I think you'd like it.
I'll try it out. Just maybe. I get just to have something to talk about. I guess. Uh, if they're adapting it well. All right. I'll check it out now. I'll just go ahead and do this. This might be another low energy podcast because it's pretty late, later than we do it usually at least. Uh, okay, Blue Lock episode Nagi films awakening video highlights Nagi. Blue Lock, it's the football anime. Is
Or,
you have to say it like that. You can't call it soccer. You get in trouble. One thing.
who's gonna fight me?
Film opens in Japan on April 19th, in North America on June 28th. Okay, pretty close to each other. Not really, actually. That's 2 months away. It's like 2 months away.
What's the name is Spike's Family Code White is in theaters. I don't know when it came out. I
Oh,
just
it's in
know I went
theaters,
to
right?
the theaters. Yeah,
It's
I
in
went to the
theaters in the U.S.
theaters.
In the
Yeah,
U.S.
yeah.
You saw
I
it?
went. No, I went to go watch Civil War, which just came out yesterday.
Civil
Amazing
War.
movie. Yeah, I
What's this
went to
about?
watch it with my mom's.
Is it about the
It's just
American?
like yep,
American Civil
not the American Civil War, but the American Civil War. It
Like,
happens in like the present day. President takes spoiler alert for anyone that's planning to watch it. They it takes place in like a current America, and I'm assuming the president has just turned it into like a dictatorship because he's on his third term.
okay.
And
Wait, you can be in a president. Wait, can a president have 3 times? I forgot. Maybe I think it's
no,
like
that's against the
I
Constitution.
wasn't it like you can't have you can't have 3 consecutive terms, but you can't have a dirty term. You can't have a dirty term if
There's
that's the
no
way.
president in history that's had 30 terms.
I'm gonna look. I'm fact checking. Go ahead. I'm listening.
At least I don't believe so. But yeah, you follow some war journalists on their journey to interview the president because they assume that he's gonna get killed soon, and they wanted his last words. And you just go on a journey with him, well, with them, seeing like the war type of fucked up shit's going on in it. You know,
All right. Sounds like a pretty cool movie. I never heard about this. But I need to look at movies more.
I
I,
didn't know
I know
about it
people.
till my mom.
Yeah. I just look and see what I find interesting. YouTube recommended is just like a. It just shows you stuff you already know that you already know you like. Right. It doesn't show you anything you might like it. You know.
Yeah,
So I never really see that kind of stuff.
I need to just
Okay.
create a completely separate YouTube account dedicated to movies, so they'll show me just
Yeah.
trailers for new shit.
Yeah. Uh, that's kind of the thing we miss about commercials. When it's just generalized commercials, you don't see that kind of stuff that could be cool.
This Saturday,
Yeah.
go to the
Yeah.
movies and watch this movie with your family.
Yeah. Reminds me of a time when I used to just go watch movies like every other week. Just watch whatever was on. Just watch the stranger stuff. Like it's like the Guardians of Gahul, our movie, or watching Ah, it's weird. I know I watched a bunch of movies. Like it's hard to remember what they were. Let's see. Next thing, the new gay anime gets browser game. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Got what?
A browser, it got a browser game. The new gay anime.
Uh-uh. It's
Okay, so
probably
what's
yes.
what's a browser game? Is that how is that different from just a regular digital game that's online?
Well, it's usually as. Um, I think Fate Grand Order was a browser game, so that's an exception, wasn't it? Wasn't Fate
I,
Grand
don't-
Order a browser game before?
I don't know I'm not sure what browser game is. It's like a game
Browser
you
game
see
is really just a
like on
game you
like
can play on the browser. That's really
like
it.
okay like so some like those like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon games you could
Yeah.
play. Oh, that does sound bad. Okay. Alright. Moving on. Next thing, Kogias, Rose of the recaptured anime reveals 14 more cast members. Pretty interesting. I, I'm thinking maybe I should get back into Kogias because I know they've done more stuff besides just the anime. They made like a movie series and other stuff and like a manga. I'm like so it's like other stuff you can get into with
I need to
Kogias. That's
stop
just
procrastinating and get into Iron Blooded Orphans. I'm sorry, that's a little bit off the mark, but you just
uh,
reminded me of I
uh,
was supposed to have been watched Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yo, if you watch Iron Blood Orphans, I want to watch this too because like I remember watching that when it came out. But I was very annoyed at the main character for stupid reasons. I was like, yo, all these girls are attracted to him. Why is he trying to make a move on him? I was like,
Oh, young Mav, such a
I
weirdo.
was, was I a fan of Harem's? I think I was.
Was I a fan of harems? If you have to ask yourself that question, you probably were.
No, I don't want to say I was a fan of Harem's directly, but I was like, I didn't like MCs who were dense. No, that's it. I
Wait,
didn't
but
like
didn't
dense
you watch High
MCs.
School DxD?
Yeah, I didn't like MCs that are dense. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Like that's how. See, I've watched the best stuff. That's how I know what I don't like. It's like I hate dense. You don't know. Maybe you haven't watched a lot of Harem, I guess, or any game mostly. But you don't
Oh
know that
God.
dense anime. You don't need
Oh,
the general dense anime protagonist who can't understand what anybody likes him. I hate that trope. It's just like
it's
yeah, just
Naruto.
move. Oh, you're talking about, but
Naruto.
he barely interacts with him. But I guess you're right though. You're right, but like it's not a big thing in the series.
There's
Uh,
someone else I know.
uh, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that you would know. I'm like I can name any harem protagonist like that one from Infinite Stratos. Uh,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
or that one from Haganai,
And I don't
or
know what the fuck that is.
My Romantic Comedy Snafu, maybe.
You made your point. You made your point.
Nisa Koei. Just saying,
I
just
said
saying,
you made your point, man.
just
Let's
name,
just get going.
okay, I'm just naming random stuff now. Pac-Man, Megatonal, Battle, Champs, Battle
Did I
Royale,
just hear
multiplayer.
Pac-Man?
Huh?
What I just hear?
Pac-Man, Megatonal, Battle, Champs, Battle Royale, multiplayer games. Trailer reveals May 9th release.
What the fuck is that convoluted name? Number one. Well, number two, why is it Pac-Man exactly getting a fucking multiplayer game?
It's brand recognition.
Bro, you can give me the old ass arcade stick and just put that shit on the TV and I'll play it. Like, I don't
Did
need a multiplayer Pac-Man game
you ever
to
watch
enjoy
that?
Pac-Man.
Did you ever watch that show that came out in mid 2000s with like Pac-Man? It was
No, I
like,
didn't know he had a show.
huh? Yeah, it was on Disney XD. It was like a Pac-Man show. But he was like young and like yeah.
This
Yeah, this
is,
was
this is so weird. For some reason, the least weird thing that I've ever discovered for Pac-Man was that there was a Mrs. Pac-Man. I just saw it and went, neat.
makes sense. Makes sense. Okay,
Like
next
I've
thing.
never questioned it. I still don't even know how that damn game looks. I don't know what's the reasoning for it, but
Wait, you never played Pac-Man before?
yeah, I've played Pac-Man. Is
Okay.
Mrs. Pac-Man just the same?
Yeah. Mr. Pac-Man just Pac-Man with like a bow on top of his head, on top of her head,
Representation.
and lipstick, I guess, as well. Maybe a breeding mark. I don't know. I'm just naming
They're
more
all
details.
serial killers.
No. They kill. They only eat dead people.
They're still
Moving
serial
on.
killers.
Fairy Tale 100 Years Crest anime's visual previews, main characters update look. This is more news for me about Fairy Tale 100 Years Crest getting an anime.
Yes! Fairy
Hey,
tale!
you
The
don't. You're
anime
not gonna
I
watch.
fucking
Stop.
hate.
Stop. Stop. Wait. Hey, now this is a pretty strong word. Pretty strong.
My fault. The anime I don't fucking like.
Wait. It's like Steven
Alright,
Universe
the
says.
anime I don't enjoy.
This is another episode review of that time I got Reincarnated Slime, season 3. This one's called The Satan's Decision, I think. This was probably one of the most interesting episodes of Slime. No cap.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. It was a good episode all around. Honestly, I'd say amazing for an episode that has no like
Action.
no Judah like at all. Like there's no Rimuru, no Shion, no Benimaru, none of that. For an episode that has none of that is a pretty amazing episode
I do
because
agree.
it's world building. It's setting up the world, but and I'd say this with the utmost amount of disrespect to Valentine, the fact that she thought Rimuru would be scared of her. No, I can't allow that amount of bullshit to flow from her mouth.
I don't think she thinks he's gonna be scared. She might. Yeah, she definitely does.
She acknowledged that she couldn't fuck with Rimuru. She said, "I'm not fighting him, but he also can't fight us."
It's more like
And to that I say, "Fuck you."
it's more like she Rim's a peer now. She sees him as a peer, not somebody she can easily mess with, but also not. She don't think he can walk over her. Which
But she's still thinking that she can. Because here's the thing, she's because she doesn't want um Hinata to die. Damn, spoilers. By the way, didn't even get that out the way. But Hinata was getting a bit too big for her britches, and she didn't want Hinata to go fight Veldora because Hinata's strong as fuck, but Veldora can fight with or without magic. The man is destruction incarnate, pretty much. So you're telling me that number one, she can't fight. Hinata can't fight Veldora. And the only person from the kingdom that could fight Veldora would be Valentine. So the other big problem is Rimuru. And you're telling me that she would let Hinata fight Rimuru? Luffy just barely
you can't
almost edged out the first one?
kind of disrespect the Veldora because Veldora is like most of the reason Mount River got so strong as he did.
I'm saying though, I just said she's not beating Veldora.
Yeah, but I'm like saying like Rimu, we don't. But as far as I feel like as far as Valentine knows, Rimu shouldn't be on the same level as Veldora. I feel like we should think that as well. Like we haven't seen.
No, because Ringo has definitely scaled up to a point where not maybe scrap with Veldora, but he could definitely hang
We don't know.
because he's used Gluttony an insane amount. Like he's gotten so many skills.
Yeah.
He has the Great Sage who's upgraded. He has Beelzebub. Like Ruru's skills are insane.
I think for me, if Rimuru can hang with Veldora and has a chance to beat him, that would make the show worse for me. Kind of like thinking, what how do you,
I'm not gonna say he can beat Veldora because Veldora has yet to actually fight somebody.
I think I remember like at the start, the reason it seems like Slime, Rimuru got so strong because Veldora named Rimuru. That's like where most how he initially came from.
But they named each other.
Yeah, but his buff Veldora didn't get buff from that. He just got the name. He got buffs later from that because Rimuru got stronger. But initially Rimuru just got buff from Mandora, not the other way around. I don't think. At least
Yeah, that's fair.
small buff.
But Rimuru was also number one. The man was able to capture Ifrit, and Ifrit isn't some low-ranking ass demon. Matter of fact, she still has Ifrit, who is still inside of Rimuru, training right now. I just thought about that. I hope that man comes back. Ifrit was cool.
I mean,
Both just caught Ifrit and made this nigga play. What was it? It wasn't chess. It was
it might have been Go.
yeah, go with Veldora for the entire
I
time
like
until Veldora came
I
back.
like how you say Ifrit's cool, but when he was the same spirit that was determined to choose you for like untold amount of
Oh,
years.
he was horrible. He was horrible. But like inside of Rimuru, who was like training or like Veldora was trying to mentor him, and I thought that was cool. Plus, he does have a cool design to me.
Yeah. But I don't know. I kind of I hope Rimuru can't hang with Vidor. I really hope he can't because
I don't know if
but,
we can. See,
but
there's a difference between hanging and actually beating. Like hanging doesn't mean that Rimuru can beat Veldora.
to me
It just
hanging
means that Rimuru can stick around for a little bit.
to me yeah I mean like for me like hanging means like oh it can last a few minutes against this guy but then ultimately lose or something like that. I don't like it's not like it's like
Yeah, like Rimuru is.
it's like the champion boxer against like the worst boxer. That's what I think hanging is.
Like Rimuru is severe, extremely juiced. Rimuru is definitely not losing. Although maybe not losing in one punch to Veldora, but it would all depend on if we could see what Veldora could do.
Yeah,
That's really
there's
just.
literally like there's like escalation. I'm just thinking about escalation because like if Rimuru was already because the dragons probably know the very pinnacle power in this show. If Rimuru was already at the level where he can hang with dragons, it's like what what's
I mean, he's
what are stakes?
chilling with Million
Huh?
already.
He wasn't.
He's chilling with
I
Million.
mean, no. Even the million fight, he can. As far as I can tell,
Million,
that was a fight.
no, I'm saying he's. At first, Rimuru couldn't take a playful punch from Million, and now she's taking it like it's a normal punch.
Who?
Rimuru is slowly scaling, yes.
But I mean, Milam she's always been going easy. She even in like there, if she fought, if he.
No, she said, but it was because she pointed it out um at the Wilpergus.
Yeah.
Wilpergus. She pointed that out because she hit like after everything was done, she hit him and she said, "Hey, you tanked it." Or she didn't say you tanked it, but she said like you didn't fall.
I'll take away
She
from
said something like that.
yeah, but man, but like I just hope I just hope Fedora is like a pretty good amount stronger than Rumor at this point, just to give more room. So it doesn't seem weird that if Rumor gets challenged before the round or something like that.
I don't know because I think it's gonna be other shit happening because she mentioned like a war.
Yeah. Anyway,
Or not she, the dude.
let me bring back the top of the episode. Okay, so for the first part we have Yuuki and his forces just basically taking about how they put a fat L.
Yuuki and the clowns.
The
Which
clowns.
kind of pisses me off. Not necessarily that they're mourning him, but that they're mourning him. I don't like him. I just don't like him.
Yeah, like, they feel like a bunch of hypocrites. Like right, because like you cause
Yes.
all this pain.
Like you're crying about your friend dying, and legit, the last frame or the last like couple frames of that entire exchange is them saying, "It don't matter. We're gonna take over the world." Like you can't really like you can't expect to live if you're trying to take over the world. Like that's not really.
I mean, does Yuki should know about World War II. You know what happens. You made the whole world your enemy.
Like, bro,
What was
and
that?
they're purposely making enemies of the demon lords, which is even more crazy.
Well, they're trying not to. They're skirting around it. They're actively trying not to. It's just like just what that happens when you like keep on messing. Screwing.
So Yuki is going to do something to provoke Rimuru.
No, I don't know. It's, not to make the overload. This is gonna be my last upload. This is gonna be my last upload comparison for a while. I hope. But it's like it gets into the same situation with with Orlo, I'm just wondering like I hate that the villains. I'm rooting for the villains just because I'm hoping they challenge MC so this doesn't it's not kick out the whole time like it is most of the time. I'm just hoping they do.
I mean,
I'm just hoping they can do something. Come on. Like,
I think I don't know. I think because there's, I think once we meet some more characters, maybe the dudes from the Knights Order or whatever, Hells, what they call them, Hells,
huh?
they call them Hells something.
I don't remember.
The War Angels, I can't remember.
I don't know.
The little special division of the
I don't think it's.
non-city.
I don't think it's been mentioned before, or if it's been mentioned very lightly. I don't think it's been mentioned.
They said it last episode. They said something about um getting them to come out. Like it was their time to come out. I can't
You
remember.
talking about? I think you talking about they talk about a hero. They talk about like the church and the hero.
No, it wasn't the hero. Like they actually mentioned a group.
Mm,
But
I don't remember. Anyway, what was I going to
yeah,
say?
anyway,
I'm just hoping for the villains. It's just weird. It's like this shows like this where I'm just like hoping like, hey, can the villains actually do something? Like, I don't feel any stakes right now. I'm like, it just because I just feel like they're just. I just like if Rimuru like if they attacked the full force attacked right now, I wouldn't be worried.
uh, I think it's just like we just need to see more people. I
Yeah,
think that's it.
it's just like there's
We
nobody.
aren't really
There's not many people.
experiencing.
There's not many people to
We
challenge.
aren't really experiencing. Yeah, we aren't experiencing like the strongest of people. But what I will say though, we haven't seen Rimuru fight someone with Demon Lord power besides Clayman, but Clayman was on the weaker side because he wasn't an actual Demon Lord.
No. The thing is, I remember when I watched Six Seasons, I was so confused because so there's like for all y'all who don't know, there's like three different types of demon lords in variations if you combine them. So there's like self-proclaimed demon lords who are just strong monsters, well, any kind of monster that proclaims himself a demon lord just by themselves. And that's usually the weakest because they just call themselves demon lords. Then you have like official demon lords who are part of the demon lord council with like Guy and all the rest, who who are demon lords recognized by all the other demon lords in this council. And then you have true demon lords, the type that Rimuru and Millimar, who are people who have gone through the process, who have had demon lord seed and have awakened that seed by going through like the ritual of like gathering like 1,000 souls in order to become true demon lords. So there's a lot of different types of demon lords, and Clayman was like the weakest. Oh no, the mid. He was middle because he was actually in the council, so he was like an official demon lord.
Yeah, but
He wasn't a true demon lord like Ryu though.
he wasn't strong though, and Fionn dealt with him, which puts or she was hanging with him.
So
So
I
Rimro's
would say she only is like demon lord level compared to
Rimro's most of Rimro's top followers are like Demon Lord level. Besides, like the ogres are at least.
yeah.
Like Gobita probably isn't. You know,
I like how you respect Goberton so much. You just put him in there.
I love my boy Gobita.
Like yo,
I don't know. I like Gobita is just. I love Gobita.
you had to say Goberton is a demon lord level. Like anybody else's question.
But like the goblins aren't, the wolves aren't.
Yeah. But like you get the impression that Shion and Benimaru, at least the two that dropped out of the council of their own volition, they're at least on that level. Okay, next thing. Okay, so let's basically Yuki's. So y'all getting together morning, Clayman,
Yeah,
and
hold on. I just looked that back at it. They're called the Angels.
the
That's the group.
the angel. I thought that was I thought that was just like a motherfucker. I thought we weren't supposed to know what that was yet. I thought it was like just like through actual angels.
I don't know, but he said the Angels are about to act, and
Yeah.
considering what was on the opening for the show, I have to assume that those are the Angels.
I don't think that. I think those don't look as intimidating as when they talk about the angels. They talk about like some kind of supernatural force that is way beyond them. Those human
This
characters.
is a show, an anime
I don't.
about
I don't get the vibe. I didn't get the vibe from no character that
A slime
like I didn't get the vibe.
that's a fucking main character.
No, I didn't get the vibe that
Our main character is a slime, bro.
I didn't get the vibe that the vampire lord, who's a leader of an entire nation of like strongest holy people, was scared of like the angels of these just human characters. They did not look as strong to be like making her strong.
Isn't she considered? Isn't what's the name considered a holy knight though?
Who are you? Hinata?
Hinata.
Yeah, but
Hinata's considered a holy
yeah.
knight.
I'm just thinking like we talked about before. Those people were probably weaker than her. So we're thinking the people who are weaker than Hinata are the same people who are pressing Valentine up there, where she's like we can't act rashly, or the angels will get involved. I think those are the same people.
Did she say that?
Yes, I mean she said something along the lines of like we gotta be careful, or the angels might get involved.
But hey, I don't know. Maybe it's because they have some crazy powers.
I don't know.
Like Hinata's
I don't
power
know.
is what disabling abilities.
She has like the holy field she can use to like disable builds. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, but yeah. After that we have Yuuki just basically saying he knows he won't try to interfere directly, so he won't get in trouble with demon lords. He'll just say something to somebody else in order to get them to mess with Rimuru. And then
It's more so he already lost somebody. So he's trying to take it slow. He don't want to draw more attention because no one knows Yuki is the bad guy right now.
yeah,
Like Rimuru probably still trusts Yuki. I don't know if the other demon lords even know about Yuki,
I mean
but
he's important. I think I forgot what his exact position in the world was, but he had a fairly high ranking position. I think he's either guild leader or maybe like I forgot what he was. He's something. Oh, I might look it up. But I know, or just go back to that scene. He has pretty a lot of power in this world. But
he's not trying to show his evilness.
okay. Next thing, we basically have an inner monologue from Hinata about how she came to be in a position as the captain of the Holy Knights.
She
She,
got boxed.
huh? Oh
She
yeah,
got boxed.
oh yeah. So like the full story is like well, at least as far as we know, is that she met um, is
She
it
met two dudes, two
she's
twins,
no
who
no
she
before that
presumed were the demon lord.
before that from the very top. She
No, she
she met Shizu. Shizu led her to the Holy Knights. Then she saw how she could become strong there, and like within 2 years, she became the captain of the Holy Knights. And as captain, she eventually found out about those two brothers. The older brother was
she took it.
the king of the of the empire, the Holy Empire. But she found out he had a younger brother who was a vamp. I think they're both vampires, but just this one like acts vampire the whole time. They're both vampires. This one acts like a vampire the whole time.
Yeah,
So
we have a whole vampire and an evil vampire.
yeah. Which reminds me, you not are you caught? No, never mind. I was gonna spoil something for you, but never mind.
What?
No, no, I'm not. No. Then maybe off the podcast. But anyway, she classed him fairly easily, and it was pretty tough fight.
No, it was not fairly easily. She was almost dead.
Yeah, it was,
What do you mean?
yeah. No, I'm just no, I'm just
Like
saying.
she pretty much killed the twins,
Yeah,
and she almost died herself. But Valentine said, "No, you're too useful." Yeah, she said you're too useful to die like this.
mm,
So she told Hinata instead of dying, how about she use her talents to take on the seven trials? I can't remember their full names.
uh,
And if you
yeah,
and if you overcome the trials, I will fight you again. So
mm.
she did it and lost fairly easily. Like
I wonder is that
from
why?
what
It felt like we
from the
missed her.
shot that we saw from the shot we saw, Valentine took no damage.
Yeah,
Like none.
yeah. She basically curb stomped her. So I'm saying, I was thinking, like, you think that's a light novel somewhere? Like, that's a side story? If I felt like, hey, I'll go buy this book that shows how she did the
The
trials.
trial. Yeah, it might be.
It's like, oh yeah, I completed all those trials. All those very cool things I did that you were not going to show. uh, that's why I was interested in watching So I found out, at least I did, that there was actually 3 episodes came out before this called like something I forgot what they called, but they basically have something to do with Valentine and the demon Violet. And I was like, huh, I did not know that was a thing before I started watching this season. I might need to go back to that. But yeah, so what happens next?
Uh, After they talk about that, she goes up to meet the brother who tells her that the older brother died. No, younger brother. The younger brother died.
Mm-hmm.
So the more vampire one who was filling in as the demon lord.
Yeah,
Um,
Valentine.
he told Hinata that she died or that he died. They expressed that both of them are horrible people because they don't show remorse, and that Valentine is a great person because she shows remorse.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I said before, a very like lighter side of things. Like it's the way the story is depicting Valentine, she's actually very moral. Like I'm like, I can't actually see what is she if she's evil or not. As far as I can tell, she's not that. She's not evil at all. She's just kind of morally ambiguous a little bit because she's like tricking the entire nation of people and like stealing bombs
we
and
haven't revealed, like, okay, to reveal all of this, what we forgot to mention, she is a vampire. That's her, status as a demon lord. She is a vampire.
yeah,
She uses the kingdom that she runs
like a
as a
puppet.
way to feed her vampires, yes.
It's
But
like a puppet.
she doesn't want to actually kill humans,
Yeah,
so she only allows them to feed enough to where
yeah,
they don't die.
yeah. They can't take too
Or
much
like
life force.
it's enough to feed them, but it's
Yeah.
like you're not going overboard and killing whoever you're feeding from.
Yeah, it's like I've seen this. I've seen this kind of trope. No, it's not a trope because it's not that common. I've seen this idea before, similarly. And have you heard of the show called Zero for Them before?
But I haven't seen a single episode from it.
Oh yeah, so Zero for Them is basically the world goes through apocalypse. Humans like almost get wiped out, and these bunch of vampires show up and take a bunch of humans under the wing, and they basically take care of the humans, like give them like shelter and stuff, protect them from like the monsters that show up. They aren't vampires, but the humans have to give up their blood in order to live there. So I was like, so it's like kind of like that, but a lot nicer, a lot nicer than what it was in Self Name. Because they basically, because the humans in Self Name basically live in slums.
But after they talk, they have sort of not political discussions per se. He just the brother fills in Hinata on everything that happened at Walpurgis. Um, the fact that they haven't done anything to stop Rimuru.
Hmm.
She
We gotta get a point.
kind
So
of
like,
feels regret.
is it Footman who's the one who talks most time? Footman, because we just found out like he's Demon Lord level. I mean, as
Yeah,
well
he's
as
demon
Angel.
level.
Yeah, he just flat out said it.
He beat the brother because he beat the brother who was demon lord level.
Yeah.
But they, yeah, they were really good. They talked about Will Fergus. They talked about Rimuru not being dealt with. Hanada expressed what seemed like not joy, but interest in the fact that she spared him.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
guess because like they're very like they're not so evil or so against Rimuru. They're like they can't see the benefits of Rimuru being around because like Rimuru does bring stability to the first Jura, so that could be a net positive on our part. So like okay, like but it could, but I think it's kind of hypocritical in that Valentine seems to be anti-monsters. She's like, at least she's monsters, and she's like, vampires are alright. We're good. I got them under control. It's other monsters I'm worried about.
Very weird character. I wonder how this is all gonna pay out.
It's very interesting. I'm like, I think I've seen this before, but I can't even remember. It's like, yo, I'm Promare, not the sport. I'm sport. Okay, a little sport for Promare, but Promare was kind of the same thing, right? Remember
Say it again. And
Promare?
what would I?
Remember the main villain of Promare and how he was like persecuting his people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
No,
that.
I don't.
No, remember like there was like people who can like use fire powers in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. Yes, I don't know. It's been a while, and it
yeah,
wasn't a movie I particularly enjoyed.
that was like last year.
It was boring.
All right, well, okay, okay. It was just like those main villain who was like the self-proclaimed monster of that monsters of that like series were saying who was like trying to like wipe out everybody else like him in like a very hypocritical way. But yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a super interesting development. Where it's like so there's a kingdom of anti-monster people who were led by a monster. I just found that so interesting.
uh, Again, Valentine thinking that. Well, I do like. I don't know. I find it weird that Hinata's so cocky
I
to
mean,
like, because she talked her like when I say Hinata was losing her damn mind in that room. Like, bro, she said she thought that she could legitimately fight um Veldora.
I mean, you
She
got
genuinely thought she could fight
you
Veldora.
got to think about it. A lot of these characters are the top tiers of diverse. Like just flat out, like she's like top 10, as far as she knows. So and she,
But even Valentine said, "Don't try it."
yeah.
Like, it's insane to try and fight Veldora.
And you see, the thing
Even would fight Veldora.
Villains always be downplaying that stuff. They're like, because Valentine straight up said like, "Hey yo, I might lose to Fedora." Like, maybe Yuki, maybe not would get the point, but she doesn't say anything like that. She's like, "Fedora will be trouble, King." He's like, "What is that?" she never like she kind of hints that he's stronger than her, but she never flat out says it.
She's legit trying to convince Hinata to not go do something
she's
incredibly stupid.
she's going all out of her way to say everything but Fedora's stronger than me. If I, you can't beat me, since so you can't beat him. She's going all her way to say not to say that. But
He actually asked her not to go do something stupid. That is so crazy to me. She asked her not to go do something stupid
yeah, see,
just because she knew she was about to do something insane.
at this point, I'm like, this really changed my opinion of Anada or how I thought her character was. Because I thought she was like very anti-monsters. Monsters cannot exist. And then she's like, well, actually, I follow monsters. She's like my lord, so she's like also the god of these people, and I need to protect her. I'm like, oh, you're just a hypocrite.
That is the exact same way I thought too, actually.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, oh, there can't be any good monsters. It was like, what? You live in a kingdom like that's ruled by monsters. You have no reason not to try to reason with them.
So you lose to a monster and you just bend the knee. That's what it is.
Yeah, I lost a lot of respect to him. I was like, come on, at least be like a moral like at least stick to your guns as a bigot, you know. At least be consistent. At least be consistent with your discrimination.
What the fuck? That was pretty much the episode, though. There
Yeah,
was no Rimuru. There was no Jura Tempest, really. The end of the episode was just the conclusion of the deal. And of course, the kingdom chose what they thought they would choose.
oh yeah, yeah.
The king is going to step down.
Oh man, I forgot. That's okay. You talk a lot about people being stupid so far. Let me tell you about how stupid these normals are. They're like, oh my god, we should fight back. I'm like, you did fight back. Your army got wiped out. You have no reason to be this cocky.
You have no reason to be this cocky.
Like then no,
No, like they're incredibly stupid. Like one dude suggests the kingdom of what's her name has a kingdom, or not a kingdom, has a hero. We should ask that hero for help. I think, bro, are you serious? Do you think he's speed blitzing? He did because he said that
It's like light speed. It's like light speed. Like
yeah,
no
it was
advantage.
like light speed
No
blade.
bonus.
Let's see what
Bonus.
Velbora. Not even Rimuru. He didn't even say Rimuru, which is the most retarded part of the whole conversation. He said Velbora.
Velbora.
He said, "Let's see what Velbora does against the light speed blade."
Like,
What?
you gotta think about the last, like, the only reason Fedora, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that Fedora was sealed. Like, the last time this dude got taken out, he was only sealed. He, like, it's speaking like this dude is gonna just, like, blatantly cut out his head. But also, it's just like, that's the fact that it's a pretty weak move, like, very, like, self-intolerable thing. It's like, yeah, that hero, like, that is in, like, Kingdom is gonna go along with what you say. You know, it's like, what do you have any evidence to back up? Like, as far as everybody else knows, this is a peaceful kingdom of monsters. You just think this hero is going to just bend over and do what you say, in the fight for the war. Well, I guess they don't know.
Not to mention,
Yeah, well,
not
no,
to
they
mention,
really do want him to fight Rimuru as well. No, they want him to fight Rimuru. Yeah.
because a smaller kingdom said that they would send troops to help. Um, Rimuru's like the Jura Tempest soldiers. They tried to down talk them like the kingdom wouldn't shit, and that may be true. But to think that you hold any high ground while the kingdom that slaughtered 2,000 of your soldiers disformed, what is it? Disformed, disfigured your king, head priest, and head mage, and sent them back to make a deal with you that would most certainly screw you out of anything you could try to do. To think that you have any superiority in the situation is insane to
I
me.
just have a question. Like, we should fight to the very end. Like, with what army? You lost. It's like they don't, like, those are 2,000 people. It's like they're like, we lost 2,000 people. Who cares? We have like 10,000 more. Like, like,
What was interesting though, after the king stepped down, uh, he announced that he was going to give it to his brother, and his brother had the most devilish grin.
he
That man is about to do some bullshit.
he's about to do something stupid.
That man is about to do some bullshit, and I can't wait to see
I was
it.
like, where did they get this unbridled confidence? Like, they need to get into wrestling. They, they need to go to debate. Like, this confidence is just so unfounded. Like, where did
I feel like Diablo was waiting for this shit though, because Diablo loves when shit pops off.
there's like all these reasons why they shouldn't like try to get around this one. But you see that smirking, like, you think maybe they'd be peaceful. Then you see that smirk from their younger brother, you're like, oh, he's about to do some dumb. Man, I wonder how many
He's
people
about to
died.
do something fucking stupid.
Well,
Like, bro, he could have actually given it to his son, and it would have been better.
yeah.
His brother's about to run that kingdom into the fucking ground, probably.
He's gonna be like, let's do an assassination mission. I know if we can collect the strongest people, like, let's go. They probably gonna like, let's contact the church. We're gonna get them to do
That's
this.
that's not even to mention humans exist. He could almost certainly find a human, and that human might actually be able to scrap with Rimuru. Might. Not 100% certain. Might. So that would give a very interesting conflict from Rimuru having to fight someone, a strong Japanese human.
But you gotta think, like, even if they can't find somebody to like fight Rimuru, a human, because there probably is a bunch of other people who are from Japan. I just say Japan, not very like other people. It's like, even if you can hang with Rimuru or be him, like, you got his whole crew who are also like, there's a few Demon Lord people too. You got like a whole crew of people. And it's like,
Like
I'm
the way
confused. Like, I'm kind of confused.
Rimuru's
I'm kind of confused. Like honest question. Like, how much of their forces do they have left? Is what I'm thinking. Like, do they have? I imagine they have some, because they talk about, like, they do have like soldiers. Like, other nobles have their own soldiers. And like how much? Like, I'm thinking, how much do they actually have left to fight with? Is what I'm thinking.
when you really look at Rimuru's squad, it's just so insane. Like, look at it from like Death's perspective. You have Rimuru. Rimuru would be Hades. He's the king of the underworld. Now, who's next? Veldora. Veldora's like Subarus. The man is a dog, a three-headed dog,
And then
and you can't beat him.
the ogre's like the three free. Like,
Like, bro, they have like Shuna is Nyx. Wait, yeah, wait, yeah. I can't remember what Nyx does anymore.
Nyx is man, Nyx is like the god knight. She doesn't really. She's not even under Hades. You think about the three furries. You know the three furries, like the three
Yeah, the three fairies.
the three female demons for like the word that they're under him. And then you have Thanatos, who's like the god of death. He's probably been
Yeah,
around.
Thanatos. That's what I'm thinking of. Thanatos has definitely been hard. Actually, or would it be Diablo?
Maybe I don't know. I feel like Hades got a bunch of people under him like that. Actually, I can't. I know you said Vidor is like Silverus, but like I think Vidor would be Tartarus.
There's a lot of comparisons you can make. There's just a bunch of extremely strong motherfuckers. Like
Yeah.
his top, like I think it's from what I've seen in this world, it's rare to have for you to have like a top five strongest in your country, and if you do, then you're just like a head country. Like
You already know.
the priests have the angels, and like that's their like top, and they have like a top 10.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's not the angels. You can make a bet. Like, I'm pretty sure those are not the angels.
I don't know. I feel like it is, but either way, the group that they had, like just in the opening, is like 10 people. Or was it 8? We counted it, I think.
I like how like a good chunk of our sources, not a lot, but a good chunk of our sources, like we said.
Well, it does spoil a lot. Unless it's JJK, in which they lie to you. But uh, like it's rare for you to have a lot of like really strong fighters. In like every single one of Rimuru's top soldiers are almost demon lord level, or at least like.
I think it's enough layers in that Rimuru and
I'm
the
just saying. Like, think about it. Hagoromo. That's his name, Hagoromo? I think
Hagoromo.
so.
That's
I don't know. It's the old man, Haruto.
ah,
So you got Haruto, you got Benimaru, Shion, Shuna, Diablo, uh, what's his name?
who?
The,
The old guy.
oh,
They never say
no,
they never say his name.
the ninja.
I don't know. I don't know. Ninja. Just say ninja.
Ninja. We got Ninja. You have those are like the real strong people. That's what 6, and then you have those that show like a lot of potential,
And then you
and
have
that's like the Dragonite. You
and you
have
have
the Dragonite, Gobita,
and you have all the people
like
who are allied with him as well, who aren't like officially part of the Tempest, like the Dryads, the
the
Dwarves.
oh wait,
Oh, well, the
yeah,
Dwarves
the
technically
dwarves.
it's supposed to be the Demon
He's
Lord.
cool with Trini, another demon lord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess
So he's cool with Rimuru.
Millie.
And if anyone was to actually fight Rimuru or beat Rimuru, William would almost certainly
Yeah.
dog him.
But then you got to think.
That's before
Then you got to
Veldora
think
gets
about
to him.
they don't know they don't even know the half of it. like
Bro, I just realized they talk about Veldora in
I feel like
Rimuru.
I
They
feel like
don't even mention
you giving them too
the
much credit.
other demon lord.
You're giving them too much credit because all they need to know is Vidor and Rimuru. That's all they need to know and to know nothing else. I feel like that's all you need. Like they were like the funniest part. One of the funniest parts when those two guys came in. It was like we're like Rimuru or something. They're like Rimuru just claimed himself the Demon Lord. They're like, he's in trouble now. The Demon Lord's gonna get him. Then like next thing is like Rimuru just defeated Demon Lord Clayman and is now part of the Demon Lord Council. It's like, oh, okay.
I could just see the monkeys Griffey day after day. Like I could just see them crying. Bro, their one hope and joy was that the other demon lords would gang up on Rimuru and just kill him.
All right.
Only for a soldier to come in right after that.
Valmont was just designed to be so much fun. But anyway, I
It
think that's good. I think that's about a good place to end it.
was a low energy stream that ended up being still like an hour.
Yeah, just because we dedicated like 20 minutes to just talk power scaling. Yeah. I'll see y'all on the next one, travelers.
See ya.